welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers and welcome to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, please do subscribe, like, share, comment, tag me. It's important to circulate the video and also to help to grow the channel. Today we're going to create this beautiful pattern. I'm going to name it Zigzag because it's going to be a zigzag. So I've started it and I was thinking to myself, well, I'm creating this, why not and record it? There might be somebody who might be interested on creating this beautiful piece, which I will be doing a table runner with it, with some flowers around it eventually. I'm just waiting for a thicker thread that I'm used to working with that we ran out in the island, and it's supposed to be arriving sometime this week. So hopefully, crossing fingers, it will. So I put it myself to the test with number 6 ply. Now this is Portuguese thread, 100% cotton, and the number 6 ply, the Portuguese one, has nothing to do with another 6 ply, which I'll show you the example. It's the only way that I can let you understand what I mean. So Brazilian 6 ply is thicker. Each country has its own number and own thickness to their numbers. It's thicker than our Portuguese 6 ply. So this is Brazilian 6 ply, and this is my Portuguese 6 ply. Good God, can you see the big difference? I mean, it's really unbelievable. So I'm working with this tiny one, and the only way I can compare this to is number 10 and Lydia. This is perfect size if you want to create this beautiful pattern with number 10 and Lydia. I want it to be bigger, so I'm going to create with 4 ply. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. But because I don't have it yet, so I decided to create it on the 6, which is like number 10 and Lydia, just to put it to the test to see how I liked it. And I'm going to demonstrate it just a little bit, just to get the beginning started here, and then I'll continue with mine there, just because I didn't record it at the beginning. So I'm going to start with this one, and we're going to do 92 chain stitch. I rather do a little bit more than to get to the end when we are doing the double crochets, and we ran out of stitch, and that's not good. So I rather do a few more, because at the end, if it's too long, we could always take it from the bottom here. We can take a few out. So we're going to do 92, not counting the slip stitch, but the first stitch we count 2, 3, 4 until 92. I'll meet you at the end. And thank you so much, everybody, for being part of this joining, and thank you to everybody in the groups for all your beautiful support and comments. A big shout out to Karen Young from Crochet Therapy. Love you, girl. And a big shout out to Karen Coffee. Love you so much, girl, too. Thank you so much for all your support. Okay, so I got my 92 chain, which is like huge because it's a 6 ply. So we got 92. We are going to go back 5 chain. So 1, not counting the one that's on the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to try to go directly in the center so it doesn't curve up your pattern. Because when you grab it from the edge, the little back loop, it will curve. Okay, so little tricks. We're going to do 8 double crochet, next space, double crochet, and next space. My God, working with a small needle and coming into the big one is something else. So we're doing 8, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Like that. Now we're going to skip. We're going to do 1, 2 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one. We're going to do a double crochet. And I'm going to pull this up so you can see what I'm doing here. So we're going to do 3 double crochets now, one after another. So we did 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do 1, 2, chain again. We're going to skip 1, 2 on your third one, double crochet. So now we're going to do 9 double crochets, 1 per space. So 2, next space, 3, next space, 4, next space, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's always hardest to get the first row going. After that, it's like butter. And 9, because my stitch is always very tight, right, people? For the people that's following me, you know that. Okay, so now the rest is all squares. And we're going to skip 2, going to the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 squares. So 2 chain separation always. Skip 1, 2 on your third one, double crochet. 1, 2, again 1, 2 on your third one, double crochet. Again 1, 2 on your third one, double crochet. So we're going to have 15 squares. Okay, I'll meet you at the 15th square. There's no point of wasting time recording the same thing. Okay, you guys, so I've changed to this pattern, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm exactly starting my next Z, if you want to call it, exactly where we started. It's the same thing as we starting at the beginning. Okay, now my 15 squares are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I'll continue from here. Like this, I can continue working on this pattern. So nothing changes, exactly what you need to do, your 15 squares. Once you do your 15 squares, you're going to go right into the next loop on your chain, and we're going to finish doing 8 double crochet. By the way, people, this number 6, like I said, it's the same size as Lydia, so I'm using 1.50, 1.5 if you want to call it, or 1.75, I believe. I remember it's full of tape now on it because I use this needle a lot to fit double crochets. You turn around, you go up 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and you continue doing your 8 double crochets. So these the beginning of 8 double crochets and the end 8 double crochets will always remain the same from the beginning to the end of the pattern. So nothing is changed on that. Okay, so I just want to show you. So these 8 and these 8 will always remain the same right from the beginning until the size you would like your pattern. The choice is yours. Okay, so now we're going back. Now we got to do again 2 chain. We got to do the little squares. So 2 chain, and we go on top. Let me get you closer. We go on top of the double crochet, 2 chain, and again on top of the double crochet, 2 chain. So we're going to proceed like this. Until we're almost, I'm going to tell you how much we need. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we need 14. We're going down on the numbers here. And we're going to go up on the numbers here. Okay? So we need 14 squares. I'll meet you at the 14th square. I'm just going to do my 14th square now. Okay, so you're going to have one left because now we're going up. As you can see here, we're going up this way, right? It's the beginning of the pattern. We're going up. So now we are on our second row. We need to do 3 inside of here. So we did 1 double crochet over the double crochet from previous row. We're going to do 2 double crochets inside of this last square, which is the 15th square, and we're going to do 9 all together, overlapping the double crochets from the previous row. So you count from here, the first one on the double crochet, 1, 2 inside, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, which would be the same thing as this row here. Okay, so we got our 9 in. Now we're going to do 2 chain, and we're going to go inside of the next space. So 1, 2. We're coming inside. If you feel more comfortable, jump 2, and you go in here so you don't get mixed up, then by all means you can do that. It doesn't change anything on the pattern. Okay, either you go directly in or you skip 2 and you put on the edge here. It's not going to change anything. 2 chain again. Okay, and you go on your first one here. 1, 2, 2, 2 inside, 1 overlapping from the previous row. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these 2 groups will always be groups of 9, and the side ones will be 8 on each side. Okay, just so you know. So now we have 1 here. We're going up on the numbers. So 1, 2. We're coming inside. Well, the last double crochet there. So 1, 2, and we're going to do our 8 double crochet. So now we have 2 squares. Next row we're going to have 3 squares. Next row we're going to have 4 squares, and so on until the 15th square like we started at the beginning. So this is how this pattern works. So you're going to do your 8 double crochet, and you got to make sure that you have your 8, 2, 4, 6, 7, and you grab it right on the third space, right on the corner, 8, because sometimes you could forget the last one and it's not going to be properly balanced. So now you turn your pattern again, you create your 8 double crochet. So these parts here where all these squares and the beginning of the 8 and at the last 8 is always the same thing. It just changes up in the middle because we're doing zigzag, right? So our crochet stitches turn a bit. So we do 8 again, 2, 4, 6, 8, and again 2 chains. So now we have 2. We know we're going to have to create 3 because we're going up on the numbers here, on the squares, not on the numbers, on the squares. And 2 chain. So we go on top of the first one, the double crochet from the previous row, 2 chain, and we're going to count. We're going to skip 1, 2 on your third one. We're going to do double crochet. Now we're going to create our 9 double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 inside, 7, 8, and 1 on top, 9. 1, 2 chain. Now, like I said, you can go on top of this one here not to lose your track. 2 inside always. Okay, because we're creating these little steps there. 1, 2, and another trick that you can do. See, like here I would have to go 1, 2, 3 on my 4th one. But in order not to confuse you, so you're going to do 3, 1. Ah, that's right. I was trying to show you something so you don't get confused. Sorry about that. Okay, so in order for you not to get confused, so you have your double crochet there. You do 1 inside, and you can do the other one here so you don't get lost. And you do 1, 2 chain, and you skip 1, 2 on your third one. You do your 9 double crochet. And if you feel comfortable with putting just a 2 inside of the square, then you can do that. If you do put the 2 inside of the square, okay, then you have to count 1, 2, 3 on your 4th space. If you feel more comfortable doing this way, not to get lost, then that's fine. It doesn't change anything on the pattern. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on a minute. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, I didn't go on inside of the, I was wondering what was I doing. Something wasn't right, so I missed this one here. Okay. 2, 4, 6, inside 7, one more 8, because it's always 2 inside of the square, so you'll know if you're right or wrong, making a mistake by doing, you have to have your count of 9 but 2 always inside of the square. Okay, so 2 chains. So now the rest is all squares again until the end, and at the end we're going to do our 8 double crochet over double crochet from the previous row. So I'll meet you at the end, because we're doing only double crochets, double crochet with 2 stitch separation, and the 8 double crochet at the end. So I'll meet you at the end. Now we're going to turn our work around. We're going to work the 8 double crochets again, always. So basically it's always the same thing. It's like I said, it only changes on the middle because we're doing zigzag, right? So we got to keep changing squares in the middle to add or to take out 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 chain. We go on top of the double crochet from previous row, 2 chain, and again 2 chain. So anyway, so we started with 15 squares, right? Better off here so you understand, not get confused. We started with 15 squares. We did the second row now with 14. Now this is going to be 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we stop at 1. And then we go up on the squares again. So I think you're understanding me. So as you see here, we have 1, 2. So basically going up on squares here is the same thing we're going to be doing here. So your point here in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is your middle of everything from the start, which is your 15 squares. Just a little indication. So we did our 15 here when we started, 14, 13, now it should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we're going to do 12 only, because we're going to take this one here to continue our 9 double crochets. So what's here is what we're creating here now. So now we're having the Z going this way. Okay, I hope it makes sense. So do your 12, and we'll proceed again with the 9. Okay, so we are on row 4. Okay, not to get confused because my pattern is way advanced. So we're on row 4. We started with 15 squares. We have 14 on this one, 13 on this one, and this one will be 12. We're going down. This side we're going down, and this side we're going up on squares. Okay, so after your row 4, 12 squares, we've closed in with double crochet. We're going to do 2 inside of here, of the square, double crochet. We're going to go on top of the double crochet from the previous row. I'm going to count 9. So 3, 4, 5, next space, 6, next space, 7, next space, 8, and next space, 9. We're going to skip 2. We're going to do 2 chain, and we're going to come on the last one here and do 2 inside, or like I told you before, you can put one on top of the double crochet. So 2 chain, we're going to go on top of this one here. We're going to do 2 inside. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet, 7, 8, and 9. And now we're going to do the squares. So we start with 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. Now we're going to have 4 square. So 2 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2, go into the third one, 1, 2 chain, go on top of the other double crochet, 2 chain, again on top of the other double crochet, 2 chain, and we're going to do our 8 double crochet. And don't forget your last one here in the corner. So as you see, we have the 4. Now I'm going to turn around, and now we know we're going to have 5 because we're turning around. We're going this way now. So your double crochets stay the same because it's always 8 until the end of the length you want of your pattern. Two chain, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet over double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet. So now we're going to have 5 squares on this row. So we have 4. We're going to count 1, 2 space on the third one, and now we're going to count 9 double crochets. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your 9th. Two chain. We're going to do the 3 double crochets, 2 chain. Now you can put, like I said, you can put your third one up here and skip 1, 2. It doesn't matter, it doesn't change anything on the pattern by putting this one. here on top of that one. It doesn't change anything at all. Or you can go directly just inside and count 4 space, 2 chain. So by putting it here, you count only 2 because that's considered already the 4th. 1, 2 on your 3rd space. So now you count your 9 double crochets. Whatever works best for you. As long as it doesn't change anything in the pattern, we can do what we want, whatever we're comfortable with. Sometimes we're just stitching away and we just go where our hands lead us in our mind, right? So you do your 9. And now we're going to do the squares. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. We're going to do 11 now and the 8. So do yours 11, okay, and your 8, turn around, and we're going to do the squares again, 10 on the other side. So I'll meet you at the 10th square. So I've done my 11 squares, my 8, I've turned around, did my 8, did my 10 squares, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th row. 6th row. Let me just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're doing the 6th row. So the 6th row, 10 squares. And now we come in after the 10th square. We're doing our 9 groups. So 2 inside, 1 on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 chain, skip 2, come on the 3rd one, 2 chain inside, 2 chain separation. You either can come here on this one or you could have directly go inside. So 2 chain, 2 double crochet, sorry. First double crochet over double crochet, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 chain, skip the 2, come on the 3rd one, and we're starting our squares again. So here we have 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we're going to have 6 squares. Okay. Not hard to figure out because we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the 6th row, so it's 6 squares here. Okay. So do your 6 squares, do your 8 double crochet, turn around. You're going to do 7 squares. I'll meet you at the 7th square. Okay, so we did the 6 squares, we did the 8, we've turned around, we're on the 7th row. We did our 7 squares. Right on top of the 8, we skipped 2 and closed in on the 3rd one. So we have our 7 squares on here. And you know that by going up, we have to go all the way to 15, right? So, because you know the 15 is the center, is the middle of the beginning of everything. So 9 double crochets again. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 inside, 8, and your ninth. 2 chain. Now you could go on top of this one here, or you could have went directly inside. 1, 2, or you could have went directly on top of this one here, because we're doing the 3 group, right? And if you're going directly in, so you know you have to count 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3 on your 4th one. And if you're going inside on top of the double crochet, you count, you put on the 3rd space, whatever way is comfortable. Just want you to get like comfortable on working the pattern. You don't necessarily have to work one direction only. You know, you can, certain stitch you can play with it to be comfortable with. So we do our 9. Keep pulling on my phone wire here. So we have the 9, and now we do the squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 11. 9. Now we're going to have 9 squares on this row. Okay, so row 7 on this side, 9 squares. We turn our work around. We're going to do the 8 double crochet. We just finished making 9 squares. Now we're going to have 8 squares. I'll meet you at the 8th square. Okay, so we're on our row 8 with 8 squares. And now we go inside and do 2. So it's always repeatedly the same thing. We're just going one direction, and then when we get to the middle, once we have 15 squares, then we go the other direction to make that zigzag. Okay, so now we do the 9 double crochets. We leave 2 out. And we go on our 3rd one here and do 2 more inside of the space. 2 chain. Now either you can go on top of here or directly inside, whatever way is comfortable for you. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 chain, skip 2, and go into your 3rd one. And now you're going to create Now you're going to create 8. And we just finished doing down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going up on this side, so we're creating 8 squares. Do your 8 double crochet, turn around, do 8 again, and we're going to do 9 squares. I'll meet you at the 9th square. Okay, so we're in row 9. We just finished doing 9 squares on this side. And now we're going to count our 9, wow, a lot of 9s, double crochet. Just realized I was saying 999. Maybe it's a sign, who knows? Two inside of the square and 1 on top of the 3 double crochets. 2 chain. Now you can go on top of here or inside. 1, 2 inside of the square, or you can put on top of your double crochet, 2 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're inside of the square. If not, we're going to do it on top of the double crochet. 1, 2. We skip 2. We still end up on the 4th one no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 inside of the square, and 9, and 1 on top of the double crochet. So now you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares, your 8 double crochet, turn around and do your 6 squares. I'll meet you at the 6th. Okay, so we have our 6 squares done. 2 inside, we're going to create a group of 9, 1 on top of the double crochet from previous row, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 chain, skip 2 on your 3rd one, creating the group of 3, so 2 inside of the square, 1, 2, you can go on top or you can go inside. If you're doing on top, so 2 inside, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 chain, and we proceed with the squares. So we're on the 9th row, 10th row, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on the 10th row. So continue doing your squares. That will be 10 squares. Do your 8 double crochet, turn around, do 8 more, and do 11 squares. I'll meet you at the 11th square. So we are at 11th square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now we proceed with the group of 9 double crochet. Two inside of the square and 1 on top of the double crochet from the previous row. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2 chain, and we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you did on top of the double crochet, you skip only 2, you go on the 3rd one. And we're going to do our 9 double crochet. Two inside of the square and 1 overlapping the double crochet. And now we're going to finish doing the squares. The 8 double crochet, turn around, do the 8, And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 5. And the next one will be 4. So I'll meet you at the 4th. Okay, so this is row 12. So in one side, we're almost there, people. So 4 squares. Come inside of the circle, do 2 double crochet inside of the square on top of the double crochet. What's going on here? My thread is all rolled up. Good God. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 'Wait a minute. What's going on here? No, I skipped one. Sometimes you just have to be careful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip 2, 2 chain, go in your next one, your last one here. We're going to do the group of 3, 2 inside of the square, 2 chain separation. Now we can go on top of the double crochet, 1, 2 inside, 1 on top of the double crochet. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we proceed with these squares. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to have 12. Do your 8, turn around, do your 8 again, and we'll be doing 13. I'll meet you on the next row on the 13th square. Okay, everyone. Row 13, we have 13 squares. We're going to continue with the 8. See if I can brighten up a little bit more over here. Maybe that'll work. Two inside, and we're going to have 1 on top of the double crochet, so that's our 9th 2 chain. We're doing the 3, double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, 2 chain, 1, 2, 3 on your 4th one. Like I said, if you're doing on top of the double crochet, you only skip 2, you go on your 3rd one. Because I know sometimes people are more comfortable in different ways. I know I am, so I'm sure there's others out there too. Okay, so we have our 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, chain of course, 1, 2 chain, and we're going to do our 8 double crochets. So proceed with yours, turn around. We're going to have 2 squares only. I'll meet you on the second one. Okay, so we have our 2 squares. We're going to do 2 inside and proceed with the 9 double crochets. We're going to skip 2 chain into the double crochet. We're going to do our group of 3 here, 2 chain, go into the double crochet from the previous row to inside, 1 on top of the double crochet, and count your 9 double crochets. Two chain, skip 2 chain, and we continue on creating the groups, the squares. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 14 squares. Do your 14, do your 8, turn around, and do your 15. I'll meet you at the 15. So we are at our 15, which is the last row of this design, or the middle, I should say, of the design, because it's a zigzag. So we're going to do our 9. And pretty much everything will follow the same way, going the opposite side. So 2 inside, 1 on top of the double crochet, 2 chain. We're creating the 3 group of double crochet, 2 chain, 1, 2, 3 on your 4th one, and do the 9. Two inside of the square, and you leave the last square out. 2 chain, and we proceed with the 8 double crochet. Now, basically, to create the other Z, it is no different than what we just did. We keep working the same way. So I'm just gonna back it up a bit. If I think I can turn my light on down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we're going to work this way now. Okay, like this one here, we're going up this way now. So nothing changes, it's still the same stitch and the same count. Get you closer. We do our 8 double crochet. And now you know you only have one, so now you need to have 2. Now you're going up on numbers here, and you're going to go down on the squares here, right? So very simple. 2 chain, we're going up on the numbers. Now what you can do is put a little mark or a piece of thread on the line on the row you are, so you don't get mistaken. 2 chain, we're going to skip 2 on the third one, and you see it's pretty much lined up also, and we create the 9 double crochet. So very simple, not complicated. Just have to pay attention not to miss any of the squares or jump any square. 2 inside of the square and 1 on top of the double crochet. Two chain. Now, like I said, you can go on top of the double crochet or just go directly inside. And now we're going to create the 3 going that way. So we have to do 3 and 1, 2, skip 1, 2, and 3, go into the 4th one. Okay, because we're going down this way now. So once you get this first row going, all the other rows follow on. Okay, so there's no air. 2 inside of the square. Let me just do one more so you understand what I'm talking about here. Okay, because now we came this way, we got to go that way. So in order to go that way, you have to start cutting in, because we only do 1 here. We go up 2, and then we go up 3, and then we go up 4, and then we go up 5. And it repeats the same thing all over again. So do your squares, do your 8, turn around, and I'll meet you at the 14th square. Don't forget, this is the 15th. So we're going to cut down on this side, and we're going to extend up on this side. So I'll meet you at the 14th. I'll do one more row. I meant to say the 13th, because we are doing 14 now. This is the 15. The 14, I'll meet you at the 13th row, 13th square. Okay, so we are on row 3. We finished doing now 13. And we're going to go inside 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I was miscounting already. 2 chain, skip 2. We're going to do our groups of 3. 2 inside, 2 chain into the next double crochet or inside of the circle, the square I should say, 2 inside, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, of course, 2 chain, skip 2, go into your last one, double crochet, 2 chain, so we're going up on squares here, remembering that one side we're going down and one side we're going up on the squares, and we do our 8 double crochet, and this pretty much tops it for this zigzag pattern. I will be creating some flowers around it. This will be a table runner, a very small table runner, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me just pull it away. And this is what it looks like. So don't forget you're going up now, right? Like here. So basically, we are on here. That's where you are now. So you're just going to go up this way until you end up only with 1 and 15 squares. So you know you're on the right track, okay? Remembering always one side you're adding up and one side you're cutting down. So you're going to have that triangle. So thank you so much, everybody, again, for being part of this journey with me. Please don't forget to give it those thumbs up. And if you're a newbie, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, be part of this journey. For my subscribers, thank you so much already. And stay tuned for the table runner once I'm done the size I want with this. And then I'm just going to add some of the flowers on, which I already have the tutorial out on them. I'm sure you already saw. So I will see if it will be that one or something else. But anyway, we'll be doing something with it. So thank you so much, everybody, again. For the newbies, don't forget to hit that bell notification to get the new uploads, or else you're going to miss out on good videos. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.